Before a hyena even opens its eyes, it's already fighting for its life. Deep in the den, two baby hyenas, barely a few hours old, snap at each other with tiny needle-like teeth. One will die. And no, this isn't a freak accident. This is by design. Hyenas are born into what scientists call a sibblicidal species. From birth, their instincts are brutal: fight your sibling or die trying. This isn't just a one-off. Nearly 1 in 4 hyena cubs are killed by their own littermates in their first month of life. Often, the mother just watches. She doesn't intervene. Because in the wild, raising only the strongest may be the only way to survive. But why? Why would nature favor this kind of savage beginning? Because in a hyena clan, rank is everything. And to rise through the ranks, you need to prove your worth from the second you're born. In fact, hyena society is matriarchal, ruled by fierce, dominant females, and even the lowest-ranking female outranks the highest male. A cub born to a high-ranking mother gets to eat first, gets more protection, and even receives more milk. But being born into power doesn't guarantee you'll keep it. That's where the violence starts early. And it gets worse. Unlike lions or wolves, hyenas don't form tight family units. Mothers often leave their cubs alone in dens for hours while they hunt, leaving them vulnerable not only to predators, but also to clan infighting. Other adult hyenas have been known to kill rival cubs without hesitation. What's shocking isn't just that this happens, it's that it's normal. To survive in the world of hyenas, you must dominate or disappear. And the real twist? The stronger your killer instinct, the more likely you are to one day lead the clan. But this is only the beginning of what makes hyenas one of the most misunderstood animals on Earth. In the next episode, we'll dive into their intelligence, how hyenas outthink lions, manipulate humans, and even plan raids like criminal masterminds. You think hyenas are just scavengers? Think again.
If you think hyenas are just dumb scavengers who laugh and eat leftovers, you're in for a shock. In reality, the spotted hyena may be one of the smartest predators in the animal kingdom. In fact, some scientists believe they're social intelligence rivals that of primates, and in some cases even surpasses it. Let's break it down. Hyenas live in large, complex clans that can number over 80 individuals. These clans have strict hierarchies, shifting alliances, and power plays that resemble a soap opera more than a savanna. And to survive in this kind of chaos, you need more than brute force. You need brains. In one experiment, researchers gave wild hyenas a food puzzle, a cage with meat inside and a rope attached. If the hyena pulled the rope in the right way, the meat would come out. Lions failed, but the hyenas solved it in minutes. Even more impressive, when paired with other hyenas, they communicated silently, observing and coordinating who would pull and who would distract. That's not just clever, that's strategy. But it doesn't stop there. Spotted hyenas have been recorded tracking human routines, learning vehicle sounds, and even imitating lion calls to mislead rival predators. Some have even been spotted stalking poacher traps to collect easy prey. That's not desperation, that's opportunistic intelligence. And about that laugh. It's not funny, it's deadly serious. The hyena laugh is actually a complex vocal signal used to communicate distress, dominance, and even rank. It's like a vocal fingerprint that tells others, I'm stronger, I'm hungrier, back off. We used to laugh at hyenas. Now, science is starting to fear them. So next time you hear that haunting cackle echo through the night, remember, they're not laughing at you, they're calculating. But their story doesn't end here. In the final part of this hyena series, we explore their most terrifying power yet, their ability to bring down predators larger than themselves, and how they've rewritten the rules of survival. What happens when the underdog becomes the apex? You'll find out next.
For centuries, lions have ruled the savannah as the so-called kings of beasts. But what if I told you the real rulers hide in the shadows, laughing? Welcome to the final chapter of our hyena saga. This time, it's all about power and revenge. The rivalry between lions and hyenas is as ancient as it is brutal. These two apex predators fight over territory, food, and dominance, and it's often a fight to the death. For years, documentaries painted hyenas as the cowardly scavengers stealing leftovers, fleeing from lions, never fighting back. That's a lie. The truth: hyenas don't just fight lions. They win. In packs, they become unstoppable. A group of 20 hyenas can overwhelm even the biggest lion pride. Their attacks are coordinated, vicious, and relentless. They use wolf-like strategies, circling their target, exhausting it, and isolating the weakest member, often a young lion or an older male. And when they strike, they don't stop. Even lions fear a hyena ambush. And here's the darkest twist: sometimes it's personal. Hyenas have been observed returning to lion kills, tracking lion prides over days, and attacking at nightfall, not just to steal food, but to send a message. Some researchers believe these are acts of revenge for lost cubs or territory. It's warfare, wild and intelligent. And now, in parts of Africa, hyenas are starting to outnumber lions. In the Serengeti, they dominate entire regions where lions once ruled. Scientists now say the scavenger has become the predator. So, next time you hear a hyena's cackle in the dark, know this: it's not fear you're hearing, it's confidence. Because in the animal kingdom, it's not always the strongest that survives, it's the smartest and the boldest. This was Wild Minds. Follow us, subscribe, and join the wild ride, because next week, we uncover another animal story that will change how you see nature forever.